everyone, today I'm going to review Totems. Totems is an original to iOS board game that was released last week and features some interesting mechanics as well as some really well designed art. So let's take a look and see how the game plays. In this game, you can play on multiple maps which have different designs as well as with multiple AI players. They are varying difficulties, and definitely the higher ones are very challenging, at least for myself. In the game, the way the game works, it's an area control / territory claiming game. The goal is to claim as many territories as possible with your totems. So you place one in a territory and you receive a point. One totem is worth 1 point, and as it's conquered, it goes up exponentially, causing the more times a territory has been conquered with more totems to increase in value rapidly. The goal of the game is to force your opponent into a situation where they have to basically give you a territory, where there are only 2 selections left and you can place in the remaining selection. This does get more complicated with more players. You can also check how many of each type of totem is left, as having the last of a totem can give you an advantage in certain situations if you play your hand right. The game does seem to suffer from a few problems with 2 players. You can obviously predict the winner from early on. Like here, we can see that due to my choices, I will ultimately lose this match greatly and can swing greatly. But overall, when you add more players, the complexity does raise, and there are choices to make all the time. One of the best parts about this game is the art and animation. It's very well done, slick, and it all seems to fit together nicely. While I think the game has many nice choices and a lot to do, the rules are very simple, but there is a tutorial to walk you through a basic game, and then it has you do a few plays and then lets you go. It's very quick to learn and obviously more difficult to do well as you go on. The game features both a local and online ELO system where you can see the best players available. You can also play online, which you can do either with your friends that you have, or you can play with random players. One problem with the friend play, at least currently, is it's showing all your friends, which makes it difficult to know actually who owns the game. But this is something often happens with iOS games, and I'm not sure why. Maybe they're hoping to trick you into inviting your friends constantly to play the game. So here you'll see a game was already started by this player, and I just drop in and take my turn asynchronously, and he'll receive a notification, and then I will be told when it's my turn to play again. Turns are very quick in this game, and games actually go pretty quickly as there's only a limited number of moves in each game. While the system uses Game Center, the async works very well, and you can have multiple games running at the same time, allowing you to play with multiple friends or with multiple opponents. You can also do more than 2-player games, though it seems like the most enjoyable mode so far for most players is 2-player, as it goes more quickly online. As mentioned before, there are other maps that allow for more players and use different types of totems. Having additional totems increases the number of options and also the complexity and the point threshold of the game. Totems is an interesting original game. It obviously is very simple. It is not a deep game, and so this may turn off some players. You need to be aware that the complexity level is not high. What you're doing in the game, relies on some basic tile placement or totem placement mechanics, not anything super complex. So this may be one turn-off for several players of the game. However, if you're into some more lighter fare, there definitely is a lot to do here. It's got some great features. The online play works well. You can also play locally against very challenging AI opponents. The one thing that is missing that I would love to see is a pass and play mode. It seems like because the game is so simple, there is hidden information, but it seems like it could work pretty well pass and play since turns are so quick and grab and go. The game also works well online because it's so easy to see the game state. It's not hard to know what's going on or what plays should be made, as you can quickly see who owns what very simply. Overall, I think the game is very well done, especially from an art perspective, which I know beauty isn't everything, and there is some substance there. Again, it's a simple game, but it's a game that's definitely worth playing. I give the game a 4 out of 5. I think it's a nice casual game, board game created for the iOS platform.